So here's your counterpunch. You and Mikey did review on Wannabe Collective, I do believe, the Uncharted 2 game. I didn't agree with your assessment of that game. Twitter has now ruled...
That was Game Club.
Was that Game Club? Okay, I'm sorry. That was Game Club. And so... Thanks for correcting me. So here we go. Twitter has responded, not directly to you, but Twitter has responded by trending Uncharted 2. And it has appeared in a vast number of people's top 3 games, Uncharted 2, as being the superior product. I just wanted to roll that out there as a counterpunch to that particular Game Club punch that I didn't particularly agree with.
Uncharted 2 being the best Uncharted game?
Not necessarily best Uncharted game, but in people's top 3 for a game that they will go back to and play.
Huh.
Which to me, that's inherently what a good game does, is it draws people back to it.
Uncharted 2 is a good game.
But your review was, it's not that great.
It just hasn't aged well. I mean, it's among the greats. When's the last time you went back and played it?
I'm sitting here looking at my PS controller and thinking I need to start back into that campaign. And so that will probably be the game to get me out of my non-gaming funk that I've been in lately.
Here's the thing. I'll be interested to hear what you say, because
I will be playing it on easy mode, by the way.
Yeah. 3 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago, I played it. I'm like, this game is incredible, and I think in a lot of ways the game still is incredible. I mean, it is a vast upgrade from the first game.
Yeah,
and I think it paved the way for a lot of games going forward. And Uncharted 3 really didn't do. I think for me, I kind of lumped those two games together as being just kind of like pretty close.
I really, before reviewing Uncharted 3 with you, I wish I had been able to play Uncharted 2, because I think I went into Uncharted 3 thinking, yeah, they innovated a little bit more from Uncharted 2, but I don't think they did.
No, it was more of the same. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to play it again. If this so-called remastered collection is coming out on PS5, if it comes out again, there's the legendary collection of all of them for PS5 with adaptive trigger support and all this other stuff, I'll play them all again. I enjoy those games. I just don't love them as everyone else does.
Yeah.
And my argument still rings true. If you go play 4 and then you go play Lost Legacy and then try and go back to 2 and 3, you're going to be disappointed. It's that much different. It is that much of a step up to where it's like, and 2 for me, just, it didn't age super well,
But do you feel like Uncharted 2, because I keep coming back to the fact that I never played a game that engrossed me in a story as deeply as Uncharted 2. I mean, nothing really is going to touch the Halo franchise, in my opinion, in that regard, but it's right up there with it, in my opinion. No? Disagree?
You're asking kind of the wrong person, because I've vocally said many a time that I just never connected.
I never connected with
Nathan Drake.
Okay,
the same way that many people did, and
that's fine. Well,
but Mikey loves those. Like, Mikey's right there with you. Like Uncharted's one of his favorite gaming franchises ever.
Yeah.
And the story was interesting. It was well acted. It was well performed. Like, everything was good. The writing, some of the best writing in games, I think. Really good writing. So the quality is all there. It's like whenever people have said that Red Dead 2 wasn't a good game, and I thought they were all idiots. And I'm like, you know what? You can acknowledge that something is great and not love it as much as everyone else. And I'm not even saying I hate it. I'm just saying
maybe we're too soon to have the argument. But I feel like in another 5 years, maybe 10 years, I think you're going to be in a situation where a lot of people are looking back on the pantheon of games that have come out. And here we are, 10 years plus removed from Uncharted 2, and it's trending on Twitter amongst the gaming crowd because it's appreciated.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to go away. I don't.
No, I don't think it will either.
That's a testament to the quality of that particular game.
It kind of, because when did Uncharted 2 came out? Uncharted 2 came out in 2010. 10, really? Okay.
9 or 10, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it kind of gets thrown around there with like, Arkham City and like Mass Effect and like a lot of these games that were coming out, like the I don't know. There was like a stretch from like 2007 to like 2011 where we had just like some of the greatest games ever made.
Great stuff, yeah.
It's like BioShock. I mean, it's up there with some of the best games ever made, and I still think I think I even said this in a review. I still think it's probably one of the best games ever made, and for its time, it definitely was like the pinnacle of quality. Even before Uncharted 4 came out, I was like, Uncharted 2 is the best one. But after you play 4 and after you play Lost Legacy with just the quality of life improvements that they made, it's hard for me from a gameplay perspective, at least, to go back to 2 and be like, yeah, So
okay.
I don't know. I'll be curious to see what you think.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from. I hear you too. You're heard.
Okay, cool.
Well, whatever possessed you to check out any of the content that you saw today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If you check the description down below, you'll see that there's a variety of different projects that I'm associated with. This is Wannabe Critic Productions after all. So I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed what you saw today, consider giving some of those other projects a chance as well. There's a lot of stuff that I'm a part of that I do. If you were here for me or for someone else that you saw today, again, just thank you for checking it out, and I hope to see you again. But until next time, I'm Gabriel Fast, and I'll always be the Wannabe Critic.
We'll be right back.